I've got as a headline, the 911 call for no emergency.
Typical.
Yeah, exactly. So the paramedic gets a call late at night. He goes, last night, just before midnight, I showed up on a scene to find a woman with a suitcase packed, waiting for me on her couch. She was in no distress, her vitals were normal, and she asked me, can we just skip the questioning? As in the assessment of the person.
Yeah.
So, and then she goes, yeah, let's just head for the hospital.
The hospital, right?
And the paramedic's like, that's not how this works, love.
Yeah.
He's like, I've got to obviously do the tests, run the things. He's like, can I
Check
ask
her vitals.
what it is wrong with you?
Yeah.
And she goes, well, I'm having an emergency procedure done next week. And my doctor won't clear me to have the surgery. Paramedic's obviously looking confused. Okay, so like, what symptoms are you having? And she goes, no, not having any symptoms. And he goes, I just need to clarify. He goes, you've called 911. We don't give clearance for surgical procedures. We're an emergency service. And she goes, no, it's fine. I need an echocardiogram from the hospital. And he's going back and going, what is she talking about? He goes, what kind of procedure are you having? She goes, it's for my breasts. He goes, oh, I'm so sorry to hear. He goes, is it cancerous?
Oh.
She goes, no.
Yeah.
He goes, no. And he goes, no. She goes, I'm getting them done.
Thought so.
And he goes, you're getting a boob job? She goes, yes. I leave for my vacation in a month's time, hence why my bag is already packed, and I cannot be in pain at that time. So at nearly midnight, this entitled woman had basically taken up the time of an EMT, a paramedic, an entire engine's worth of firefighting / medics, who promptly left when they heard that the complaint come through.
Taxpayers' money down the drain.
Because she needed her boob job and thought it was an emergency.
So she just wanted like a little taxi straight to hospital.
Basically.
Well,
she said she was going on holiday in a month, didn't want to wait a week for the appointment because she could still be in pain, and so she thought she'd call an emergency instead.
I can't believe like people actually do that stuff.
Entitled to the nth degree.
I think they should get like fines or something like that.
Without a doubt.
You've just wasted however much like resources and value. You should get billed that.
Well, you do when it's like police call outs, don't you? So I don't know whether it's the same with if you like mess with the police lines,
they just bill you.
They'll fine you.
They should.
Or somebody would turn up at your house like, this is where the call came from.
Yeah.
You could be in a lot of trouble.
Especially if
I don't know if the same thing is though with ambulance
she's just there
services.
with like a suitcase. Like nothing's wrong with her.
I know.
Crazy.
Mental.
Anyway, I've got one.
Have you?
The sauce rage.
The sauce rage.
Yes. A fast food worker was having a pretty standard shift when a customer pulled up to the drive-thru window with a large order of McNuggets.
Love a good McNugget.
Yeah, it can't go wrong. Everything seemed fine until the customer asked for extra dipping sauce.
Yeah, reasonable.
When the worker politely let them know that the additional sauce would cost 25 cents, the customer's mood flipped like a switch.
Here we go.
Basically, they went from calm to furious. They said, I've already paid enough. And how fast food was a highway robbery in his eyes. Which is ironic because it's like
kind of
cheap as anything. Yeah. Before the employee could even respond, the customer then tried to throw a punch through the drive-through window.
No.
Mental. But he completely missed apparently. Like, was nowhere near close. I mean,
I don't know if he'd be able to like get out the window to throw a punch.
Yeah, unless he's like Tyson Fury's
like
arm.
Mr. Tickle.
Crazy. Anyway, security was called and the customer sped off, but he threw his own bag of food out the window in one last act of rage. That's insane. So after all that,
so petty.
After being robbed, he then threw the food that he paid for out the window.
I mean,
just out of rage.
In truth, though, this is only for 25 cents worth of sauce. This
is insane.
Like he probably paid for food already and didn't think it was robbery.
Probably paid like £10 for it already.
What a moron!
Crazy.
Fast food workers, they do get the brunt of it, don't they? A lot of the time.
They do, yeah.
That's absolutely mad.
Yeah, I do feel bad for them sometimes. Like they're just literally serving you a bit of food. They're just billing you whatever Mackie say.
However, I will say fast food in the UK is not as fast as it should be. It needs to be faster in a general sense. Like I've been out to the States. I lived there for a little bit a while ago, as you well know. And fast food there was like you order the food's with you in like 30 seconds.
Really?
It's rapid.
That's kind of scary, like how quick that is, though.
I think it's because it's more of a conveyor belt and they've got like things
already
to go,
heated and
because
stuff,
there's so much more foot traffic in fast food restaurants. Whereas here, obviously, it's a little bit more stagnant. So they do have to sometimes make it up. But I don't think I've been to a Mackey's and not been sent to go and sit in the car parking spot and wait for your food.
Yeah,
I don't think I've had that in ages. I'm kind of like, I drove here for a reason. I don't want to go sit in a car parking space for 10 minutes.
I know what you
Anyway,
mean.
before I become a Kevin, I'll carry on. Speaking of sauce, actually, we're going to move on to the best sauce ever, which is ice cream. Having sauce on your ice cream. I love a bit of sauce on my ice cream. Not sweet chili sauce, if that's what the guy was having for his nugs.
Barbecue.
But this one's titled The Free Weed, which might surprise you. Anyway, I worked at an ice cream store and once had a customer accuse us of putting pot, marijuana, weed, into the ice cream and drugging her son. She said that after he ate the ice cream, he became lethargic, which is what happens when you eat a lot of ice cream.
Yeah.
She then said that her and her best friend tried the ice cream. So clearly there's two Karens here together, posseing up. And they both tried the ice cream and claimed that it tasted like pot. The kid was 4 years old.
They've tried pot before then.
Must have. Basically criminalising themselves. The kid was 4 years old and had been out in the sun all day, so he was probably just tired by the time he got to the ice cream.
Or a bit of heat stroke or something like that.
Exactly. So when the employee refused to admit there was pot in the ice cream because there wasn't, she said that she was going to call the main store and complain, but she never did. So she still thinks about that wild accusation to this day that she tried to drug a 4-year-old kid.
You know what? Ice cream store. That last little bit when they were like, he was wondering if they were going to call up because she threatened to call the manager. Reminds me of something we experienced quite recently.
Yeah, go on. I know this story.
We were filming our promo video and we went to a manor and we didn't actually know it was private or anything like that because we only wanted to film like the driveway, which was like a nice long entrance before the manor.
We were sort of giving those grand scenes but like spoofing them at the same time with the words we used.
Anyway, we pull up and probably within the space of 5 seconds of us getting out of the car,
I could literally put my foot back in the car. I was that close.
Someone's here, a Karen,
right up at our face with her dog. And then like this bloke stood behind her as like an ad lib posse. Every time she would say something, he'd go,
It's like, yeah, that's right. You can't do that. Anyway, she was just going off on one, and we were like, oh, whatever. We'll leave. It's not an issue. We'll go.
Exactly.
She's like, I need to take down your name and who to call and stuff like that. We're like, we're not going to give you that information. We're just going to go.
Thankfully, it was a Sunday, so we managed to like navigate around that. Oh, you can't make any calls. It's a Sunday.
Honestly, she took as much time as she could to get her point across. Us. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And then she was like filming us as we were going away.
I know. It was like, who are you going to send that to?
Leave off. Do you know what I mean?
Anyway, I bet she got a right kick out of that as well.
I bet she did. I bet she loved the fact that we left, which kind of annoys me a bit.
Yeah, Karen won. 1-0.
We don't want to disturb the public.
We'll get there. Yeah. Anyway, I've got one. The Impatient Movie.
The Impatient Movie.
That's what I've titled it. Okay. A movie theatre employee was working.
Mm-hmm. That's always a good start.
Typical stuff.
Glad.
When a flustered, late arriving man rushed up to order snacks. He barked his request. So he went, popcorn, candy, and a large soda. No pleases, no thank yous.
Learn your manners.
Went to the soda machine, and it was obviously pouring. And he was like, this is taking so long. He then went up to pay. And when he paid, he pulled out his pocket a bunch of change. Chucked it on the desk. Bits fell on the floor, everything like that.
So unreasonable.
I know, honestly. Person then went out to go clean up, pick up off the floor, count the change, everything like that. And basically, he then went to complain to the manager and say, this is terrible service, it's taking far too long. It's just like, what are you doing, mate?
All of the steps in that is him being the reason why it takes
It's his fault, yeah. Like, he's late to watch the movie.
He's rude.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
He's rude. That's his fault. And he's just chucked a bunch of change. Like, you've got to be able to count the change, check if it's correct. It's part of his job.
Notably, though, I will say there's cinemas that are like popping up around here called Everyman Cinemas. They're around the country. Yeah. One of the best things they do is they deliver the food and drink to where you're sat, which I think is outstanding. In terms of USP out there, in terms of movie theatres, you've done a great job. That is a fantastic service.
It's a bit of luxury. There's one that I know that's near me, and you get like a nice little sofa that you sit on. It's nice and comfy, and they come around with like ice creams at half time and stuff like that.
Anyway, getting back onto the Kevins and the Karens of the world. Well, I've got a bit of a personal story.
Yes, go on.
I do.
Another personal one.
And this comes from my own DNA. My old man's one of these people who, if he's paying for something, he wants to get the service, he wants to get the product, what says on the tin, right?
Get your money worth.
Doesn't want to get screwed around, doesn't want to have to wait or do all that.
A lot of people do that though.
Which I respect. Yeah. However, we had a bit of an ongoing joke when we were kids that started with us at a theme park.
Right.
So I've got an older sister and a younger brother, we're all quite close in age. And when we were going around this theme park, when we walked in, they measure your height and they give you like a wristband to say that you're tall enough. And my sister's a little bit older than Tom and I. And so we wanted to get on the same rides that she did.
Right, yeah.
So we put on Heelys with wheels in the heels to make us like bump up by about 4 or 5 inches. It's a solid job.
Yeah,
so we all get given the same band. We're all gassed. We're going on all the rides together. And then as the day goes on, I don't want to keep wearing Heelys all day. So I take the wheels out of my heels and put them in my pocket.
Right, yeah.
And we go to one of these rides. And as we're coming through the queue, my dad gets stopped. And the guy goes, is he tall enough? And I was like, yeah, he's got the band on. He's like, I don't think he's tall enough. Pulls us out of the line. Takes us back to the start of the line where the measuring thing is so that he can actually inspect it. Sees that because I've taken the wheels out, I'm no longer tall enough. And so as like we're trying to get ready, I'm trying to put the wheels back in. The guy's like, no, just measure yourself. Anyway, I put the wheels back in and then I do get over the line. He's like, no, I saw him do that. He's not allowed on. My dad goes a bit nuts. Right, he's like, what's your name? Starts trying to, he goes a bit of a scene. Obviously, we've been waiting in the queue, so you can understand why he's a bit flustered. And storms to the manager's office at the end of the day. And just before he walks in, he did the funniest thing. He turned to the 3 of us and he was like, kids, sad faces. And we're all like that instantly. So that when the manager came out, she looked at us and looked at the 3 kids and sad faces. And then, funnily enough, my dad won that battle. He ended up getting like free theme park tickets.
Oh,
for,
nice!
Like one of these Chessington 6-month passes.
Oh, mental!
So like all the.
It paid off being a Karen or Kevin.
So it does pay off, but I wasn't too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've got a personal.
Have you got a personal one? Go on.
It does not pay off at all.
It doesn't. Oh,
no
gosh.
chance.
Here we go.
So, this is my uncle.
Go on.
One of my many uncles, but the one in South Africa in particular, and. He basically got told by his wife to go out, do the shopping. Right? Yeah. We need some food for the weekend, blah, blah, blah. Go out, go do some shopping. He doesn't do shopping, full stop, because he gets very impatient very quickly and always ends up in a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he goes, yeah, I'll go do the shopping now. And he goes to do the shopping, gets all this stuff. He goes to a place called Pick n Pay in South Africa. It's kind of like a massive Tesco's in a way, but like huge, right? So he gets all this shop. Gets his trolley, he gets to the end of this queue. It's like this really long line, probably about 50 people, the way he explains it, yeah? And there's about 10 tills, and only 2 of them are open.
Of course.
And he instantly starts to get fuming, right?
He's a big lad as well. If he gets angry, you don't want to get in his way.
His blood starts to boil. Anyway, he's having enough. Beep, beep, beep. They check out like 2 people. The line comes down a little bit, and he's just like, I'm going to be here for like the next hour and a half. He goes, oh, fuck it, I've had enough. Goes around to like, kind of like, you know, you got the cigarette kind of place.
Yeah.
And you've got like all the little chocolate bars, maybe a meal deal, stuff like that. He goes to the person, he goes, can I go speak to your manager?
Come on, I want the Safa accent, bro. Get the Safa accent out.
Can I speak to your manager? And he goes, no, we don't have any managers in. He goes, I know you do. I know they're all up there. And he points to like this office section where all the managers sit, the higher managers.
Got you.
He goes, I know they're all up there, eh? Go get them. He goes, no one's in. Right? He goes, I'm going to start throwing things. I will start throwing things. He like threatens him.
Oh my days.
And the guy's like, yeah, whatever. Calling his bluff. You don't call my uncle's bluff because he would just do it.
Yeah.
So he picks up his trolley.
His trolley?
His trolley. Full of the shopping, right? Launches it to the offices where the managers kind of sit above this kind of guy that he's serving. Throws it up.
Dashes it up there.
All his food and shopping that he's bought goes out the window.
Yeah.
He then starts like pushing all these like stands over, snacks and stuff.
Bloody hell.
Security come, obviously get rid of him, push him out. He goes home, goes to the front door. Wife's like, where's the shopping?
Of course, yeah.
He goes, oh, you
don't
want to know. I've had a stressful day. Anyway, basically, the wife the next day goes to get the shopping because he's refusing to go. He's like, well, I'm going to start hurting people. Anyway, she goes to Pick n Pay. On the front of like the door, the sliding doors, there's a nice big photo of my uncle saying, do not let him in. Do not enter. Jeez. And he was like banned for, I don't know, like a good couple of years or something, apparently. He hasn't been back since, obviously. But
oh my days.
That is probably the worst of the worst that I've heard.
One.
Yeah, that is a proper one. And Oh, it's hilarious. He's done a lot of things like that where he's been banned, but yeah.
But truthfully, everyone's got a Kevin or a Karen in their family somewhere, don't
100%,
they?
100%.
a
I mean,
fact of life.
everyone knows, like, when there's 10 tills open, right? And there's maybe 1 or 2 open, and you've got a huge queue, and you're just like, why aren't you opening a few more?
Yeah, exactly.
It just makes sense.
You're right, you are right. I've also, here's the other side of that, though.
Go on.
It can be too slow, but I almost hate it when they go too fast.
Too fast.
I've gone to Aldi a few times
Oh.
recently, and I don't know if they're on some sort of drug, but they're like firing it through, and you're at the other end with about this much room at the end of the till, just trying to
I hate that
speed run
too.
it. I'm like,
And you got to, like, take it
calm
over to the
down.
counter kind of area to
Yeah.
pack it. I'm like, what's going on here?
I swear they have like time limitations.
Yeah, they
to
probably
have,
get like
customers in front of
bonuses,
them.
don't they, or something?
Most probably. I feel like it's a challenge. I literally
Yeah.
have to stretch before I go in there now.
It
I'm
is
like,
brilliant.
This is gonna be enduring.
But then I'd prefer that rather than waiting
exactly.
for like a good
Can you
hour.
not just find a happy medium though, people?
Come on,
Please,
come on,
just
guys.
Find a happy medium.
Self-checkout.
I guess that's workplace stories for today.
Oh,
Need
it
to have a
is.
couple
Oh,
of
yeah.
personal ones
I
in
like
there.
a bit of personal
Let
one.
us know your own personal ones at home. I'm sure you've
100%.
either experienced them firsthand with
I'm
meeting
sure there's-
these people or got them in your family.
Yeah, you've probably got some worse ones than what we have.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But ours were pretty good.
Oh, we'll come back with a few of these if they're good ones in the comment. Don't you worry.